Day 19. So yesterday I mentioned we should come up with some tablet screenshots, and I realized things look a little wonky on tablet. So this card is way too thick, right? I think so, or way too wide. And I think we should clean that up. You can also see that the text is kind of small on tablet. There are some things we could change here. Our fabs are kind of small. There's a lot that you could adapt on tablet if you want to, and this is what you would call adaptive design. One thing tablets do is there's this little section up here that's really nice, and the reason I mention that is because you can pull up other things like, let's launch this game, and you can multitask with tablets. Oh, beautiful music. And you can resize things. So, like, I don't know how often you would have a reflective journal up in a game at the same time, but you want to, let me turn that down, sorry. But you want to be able to support multitasking like that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one as soon as I remember how. Multitasking on tablet is not something I do too often. Okay. Oh no, it didn't go away. You can just hide it. How do I... Okay, perfect. Close. We want to basically support a bunch of different screen sizes so that we can support that. I think what we have is probably pretty good. For mobile, we want it to look kind of like we have it on mobile. But as for our behavior on tablet, we might want to change the size a little bit, right? So we have a couple different options. We could look at like box constraints, which is probably what I am going to recommend we look at. So if we add box constraints, we can set these to expand so that it will expand to fill another box constraints, require exactly the given value. We can set them to loose, creates a box constraint that forbids sizes larger than the given size. That sounds like what we might want. Tight for infinite. That is respected only by the given size. I think we probably want box constraints that are loose. We can create a size and say something like with a infinite height and a given width. So in our case, we want to constrain this to like, I don't know, 500 pixels maybe. So now you can see that our cards are actually cards. That might be a little much, so let's take it up to maybe like 800 and see what 800 looks like. And again, this will go, so if we hover over loose, we can see it creates a box that forbids sizes larger than the given size. So it won't go larger than 800 pixels. This is a good way to kind of adapt things for different screen sizes, and this is an approach that we can take. So I like this better than what we had beforehand, so we're in a pretty good spot there. Again, I'm also going to just walk you through what you need to do whenever you have a new version of your app that you want to publish. So we come here, change this, upgrade this number, one of these three numbers. If you upgrade this one, this value should get set back to 0. If you upgrade this one, this value should get set back to 0, and this value should get set back to 0. That's semantic versioning. There's some information on semantic versioning and publishing here. You can find more if you Google it. That's not really the scope of this tutorial. And then we need to bump the build version. I'm going to save those. I'm actually not going to do a build right this second. And instead, I'm going to pull up my browser and go to App Store Connect and the dashboard for Play Console. I'm going to come over here. I added my privacy policy, and then that closed out this section, and I now see these new sections. So once you add your privacy policy, and then you click on your data policy and finish that, you should be in a spot where you see something pretty similar to what I see. I'm going to go to our store page as soon as I find it. And we're just going to update these screenshots, right? So we've got this one. We've got this one. This maybe is a sign of another thing we should change. This is kind of small. We could potentially make this bigger on tablet. And then another thing is if we want this to be full dimensions, we can make this be full dimensions. So what are your thoughts on this quote? This quote really resonates with me. I don't know, something like that. You can also make the button bigger, wider, farther down. A lot of options. Okay, so I have phone screenshots, tablet screenshots. I'm going to delete all of these because these are old screenshots where I first found that card issue where the cards are stretched too thin. I think I just took 3 more screenshots. It appears that I did. So we'll take this one, and this one, and add those. And conveniently with our 10-inch tablet screenshots, if we're shooting on an iPhone, or not an iPhone, but the latest iPad, the 12-inch iPad or whatever, we can use those screenshots here as well. So you can see that's kind of what that looks like. We can save these, go to Overview. Now that we're here, we can go back to Dashboard, and then if we want to actually send our app to production, we can hit Create a New Release, Create Release, and this was all the way down at the bottom. Upload or add from library. In our case, we want to add from library. You'll select the version here, so we have version 2. You'll add what is changed. So in our case, we'll just say rollout initial, well, not rollout. Initial release for Philosopher Stone, journal and reflect on quotes today. You'll hit next. We have an error. We target Android 13 and above. You must declare the use of advertising ID in the Play Console. Complete declaration. We do not use any SDKs that import an advertising ID. Okay, head back to dashboard. Preview and confirm the release. Looks pretty good. Discard release, edit release. Okay. And then I'm going to hit edit release. Okay, we're good there. We hit next. Okay, we're good there. We have a warning. It contains native code and you've not uploaded debug symbols. You can upload those if you'd like. That makes crashes a little easier to analyze in the Play Store console. To send it to review, go to Publishing Overview. So we can send all 11 changes to review. So this will be the full rollout of our application. If we want to change that, we can. So I was looking for the ability to release this directly on our own. I don't know if I have auto releasing turned on. Publishing overview, maybe. Manage publishing off. When you send your changes to Google, they'll be published as soon as they're approved. So I want to turn on managed publishing. This means that Google will review our changes and then we will have to come back here and actually make them live. Oh, sorry about that. We will actually have to come back here and make them live. So this is good for us because this way we can control when our app rolls out. You may not want to, it tells us here you'll need to manually approve them or publish them once they're approved. So we can send those to review. And these are all the changes that are in review. We'll wait to see how that shapes out, and there's a good chance that, actually Google's generally pretty lenient with these, so there's a fair chance that we don't have anything we have to do there, but if we come back to App Store Connect, and I'm going to delete the tablet screenshots that we have, choose File, we'll grab this one, and this one. Okay. And then we'll go to this one and we'll do the same thing. We'll grab this one, and this one. Okay. No promotional text. We need to select a build, so we'll choose this build. We'll hit done. Yeah, we can save this. Add for review. You must enter a privacy policy URL and app privacy. You must upload screenshots for 5.5-inch iPhone displays. Provide copyright information for the app you're editing. Okay, one at a time. App privacy, policy URL. I do have one of these now. Your Studios, Philosopher's Stone privacy policy. So we'll take this URL, add this here, hit save. Okay. Prepare for submission. Add for review. 5.5-inch phone displays. I'm curious if we can just use the other phone displays. I'm going to try that. Yeah, the dimensions are wrong. Oh, riveting. Okay, so we need a 5. You won't see this simulator option. I made a custom simulator running iOS 17 with these dimensions so that we can, so that I can easily get the screen size here that they need. A little frustrating, but it is what it is. So we'll take this, point to that new simulator, run this. This could take a minute. CPU is maxing out. You may hear me cut out. So I'm just going to let this do its thing, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. While this is running, I figured we would just have a nice little chat for a moment. So 2024 is right around the corner. I'm going to make it an effort to do more YouTube videos in 2024. I've had a lot of fun with these, and it's been great to get comments and feedback from everyone about the things they're enjoying, things they think the app should do. It's been way more fun than I had originally expected, and I'm glad that I ended up doing this. But we will probably change it up next year and probably not just do Flutter stuff. So if you have anything that you're curious about, and I know it, which you probably won't know what I know, but you could always ask, let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to teach anything that I'm learning or anything that I know if you think it would be valuable. I have another idea of building an application for finding conferences, and I am considering doing that all in Svelte. I don't know Svelte, but I've heard good things, and I'd like to learn it. So maybe we'll start there in 2024. Okay, it looks like our build's just about done. So we're here. Yep, you can send me notifications. Interesting. So you can see review previous journal entries for this quote. The button kind of looks a little weird. So we could clean that up too if we want. So maybe what we want to do here is we go to our quote view and we can either shrink the text. We can center align it, perhaps. Let's try this. Text align, text align. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the quote text, not the button text. Oops. We want the button text. So this would be this one. Go here. Text align dot center. See how that looks. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's what we'll end up doing then. So we found another issue on specific screen sizes, which is the whole point of testing this. So we'll do this. We will say this quote really resonates with me. Save it. Oops. I didn't save it, did I? I did not. I'll hit submit. I'm going to wait for the scaffold messenger to go away, take another screenshot, and now we have our 5.5-inch display screenshots. One, two, three. We take these, we upload them. Really? Is this somehow still not the right size? Screenshot dimensions should be 1242 by 2208. Desktop. Screenshot. That's the 15 Pro Max. We want the 5.5 inch. Okay, what are these sizes? 1125 by 2436. How in the heck does that happen? So you've got some options. I really just need like these resized, which is unfortunate. Markup, trim, convert image, remove background. Remove background, that's neat. So yeah, we'll get these trimmed up and then we will add them here and then hit add for review. This is pretty similar to the Google Play console at this point. Just add these for review. Make sure you check off everything off this list. If you don't know how to check off these items, Google it. Literally just copy this, type App Store, you must provide, and then you can see, hey, look, copyright information needed when publishing. Please populate the copyright field under the general app information. Let's go ahead and do that. General app information. I don't see a copyright field. Copyrights. Is that not what it wants? Okay. Yeah, that might be maybe bugged or something. A little strange, but yeah, we basically just need to fill those out and then hit add for review. And then once we do that, I'm curious. Okay, it still does not like that. That's weird. Once you add them for review, you'll stage changes for review, and then you will send them all over at once. And then Apple will review them and either approve or deny the app. I think we're probably at a spot where this is the last video I'm going to do. So I think hopefully you have the tools in front of you to continue working on this app however you want to. I think it's fine as is for what it's worth. There are some maybe oddities on like tablets that would be nice to clean up. But Christmas is right around the corner and my schedule is getting much, much busier than I expected. So we will probably wrap it up here. And I think that you should be well equipped, hopefully with everything we've talked about, to continue making this your own and changing the colors, changing the design, changing the quotes, anything that you want to do to make this app yours. You now should be equipped with the skills and knowledge to do that. So have fun with this. Thank you for sticking with me through the video. I've really enjoyed doing this series. I've really enjoyed the comments and feedback. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and you'll get notified of what we start next. Thanks. Have a fantastic Wednesday and a wonderful holidays. Toodles.